Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Saurabh Pawar. Today video topic is about the nervous system of human body. The nervous system is defined as a systemic collection of cells designed for the transmission of electrochemical inputs from sensory neurons to the region where a reaction occurs through a network. A nervous system consists of network of neuron and synapse that transmit information from the brain and spinal cord to the other positions of the body. Organisms adjust their movements and orientation in the reaction to changes the external environment. Their movement, the message that organism gains from the external environment are defined as a stimulus. The response of the nervous system is defined as the conduction of the stimulus in the form of electrochemical message. Some of the most common stimuli include the sound, light, ear, heat, smell, taste, and gravity. The nerve is made up of nerve fiber which contain neurons. The sensory nerve contains afferent fibers which have characteristic features of the long dendrites. The motor nerves constitute the efferent fibers that have characteristic of long axons. The motor neurons are example of such nerves. A mixed nerve contains both sensory and motor neurons. The epineuroneum, also known as connective tissue sheath, is the protective covering of the nerves. It is important to not to be confused with the myelin sheath, which is the outer covering of neurons. A bundle of nerve fibers is known as fasciculus. It is encircled by a layer of connective tissue called the perineurium. Perineurium contains blood vessels. The solarity nerve fibers, axon, along with the myelin sheath and neurilema, is surrounded by connective tissue called the endothelium within the fasciculus. Let's talk about the structure and function of neuron. The neuron are defined as the basic structural and functional unit of the nervous system. They are primary elements that are responsible for the transmission of the signal. The nervous system function is dependent on the functioning of the neurons. The neurons have the following important parts. First one is the dendrites. Dendrites are the responsible for the receiving of signal. Next one is the cell body. It is the part where the signal from dendrites integrate. It contains the nucleus and cytoplasm. It is metabolic center for the cell. Next one is the axon. It is the long-tailed structure of neurons. It myelinated by oligodendrocytes in the CNS and Schwann cells in PNS. It carries the electrical impulse out from the body. Axon terminal, they are knob-like structure present at the end of the axon. They contain various neurotransmitter, voltage-gated ion channels. They are responsible for transmitting the electrical signal into a chemical signal and the synapse. Next one are the synapse. It is the space between two neurons. It is responsible for unidirectional movement of the signal. Let's talk about general mechanism of nervous system function. The nerve impulse is generated by the stimulus which is then sensed by the dendrites of the sensory neuron. The impulse is then carried out as the electrochemical signal from neurons to the brain. An appropriate response is generated by the brain which carried as an electrochemical signal to the motor neurons which relay the information to the affected organs. Let's talk about the classification of nervous system. The central nervous system is the commonly referred to be the body's central processing unit. It is made up of two parts, the brain and the spinal cord. The processing unit it is made up of two parts. The central nervous system is responsible for integrating and responding to the information and commands. CNS is also responsible for coordinating as well as influencing all over the activities within the body. The brain is divided into three main parts, namely the forebrain, midbrain, hindbrain. These all important for the proper functioning of the central nervous system. The spinal cord is the best defined as the nerve bundle that is responsible for spinal reflex actions and the conduction of impulses to the brain from the brain. Thank you. That's about the nervous system of human body.